Hi, I'm Raina Morgan with iHealthTube, and we're happy to visit today with Dr. Gloria Gilbere, who wrote I Was Poisoned by My Body. And we're going to talk about fibromyalgia today, Doctor.
Wow, and there's so many of us with it, isn't it?
Yes, myself included.
Yourself included, okay?
So the rise of inflammatory diseases, that's really prevalent, isn't it, in our
Absolutely,
generation?
and you and I were discussing earlier that we're both baby boomers.
Right.
And what's happening is that fibromyalgia specifically, in my opinion, and in the experience with the thousands of people I've worked with, is that it's really toxicity of the soft and connective tissue.
Toxicity?
Yes, because when you have the residue, if you think about it, you have the residue of all the food coloring, the prepared foods, the stabilizers that make food stay on the shelf a lot longer, everything that is not natural. The body is not meant to be able to manufacture that or to be able to deal with it. If it can't manufacture it, it's not geared, it's not engineered to know how to deal with the synthetic substances. So it overworks our body.
Is there like a residue in the tissue?
Yes, yes. My analogy is, maybe this will help you understand what I believe is the cause and what we have verified through some other therapies. If you think about it, we know that 75 to 80% of our immune system is based in our gut. Okay, so that's in the intestines. Okay, so let's talk, for instance, the large intestine right now. And that particular part of the anatomy, when it becomes overworked, when you have a plumbing pipe and now you've built a crust around that plumbing pipe, okay? When we're dumping the toxins into the liver faster than the liver's ability to neutralize them, the liver goes, whoa, what's going on here? Okay? And so this is a cute analogy I use when I teach, but it gets the point across. So if the liver could speak to you, it would say, you know what? You're dumping them in too quick. And if I leave them out into the body, unneutralized, which is the liver, the job of the liver, then I'll kill you. If it goes into the lungs, if it goes into the heart, I'll kill you instantly. It's like adding acid to something. So what the liver does in its innate ability, God-given ability to protect life, is that it says, okay, and I have cute cartoons that show this when I teach because people don't remember it then. It says, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove it into the furthest corners away from the vital organs. That's why we have those 11 out of 16 tender spots.
Points.
Right, and usually it's in the little fatty tissue, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's why. And so it's the same analogy as if you were to put the things that you're not sure you're going to get rid of in your attic or in your basement or in your garage. And you think, when I have time, I'll go back and I'll sort through and I'll deal with them. Well, if we continue to dump those toxins through the intestinal tract, through that hepatic portal vein, and there's drawings of all of that in I Was Poisoned by My Body to illustrate what we believe is the cause of fibromyalgia, then what happens is that the liver never has time. Because when I recovered from fibromyalgia, and I'm completely recovered except for one thing, when you recover from it, it's because the liver then has been able to go back and recall those toxins from the soft and connective tissue, and then the body can repair. There's one little exception to that. Over 96% of the people that I've worked with, which is why I was mentioning to you, I wrote that other small book to help people called Pain and Inflammation Matters, is because there's a group of foods called the nightshades.
Yes.
Okay. The nightshades scientifically have been proven to it aggravates an inflammatory condition. We don't believe scientifically it causes it. In other words, if you don't have fibromyalgia and you eat tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers, it's not going to cause fibromyalgia that we know of. But if you have an inflammatory disease already, it's like adding fuel to the fire. Okay? So if I have the least little bit of paprika, for instance, on a piece of fish in a restaurant, and it's dim lights and you can't see that it's there, I always make sure I ask them, but sometimes they forget. It's a habit for the chef to put it on. I don't notice anything for a couple days, and all of a sudden I try to get out of bed in the morning and all the fibromyalgia's back. It really is. And it takes, some people have an instant reaction. I don't. It takes me about 48 hours. So it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get it out of your system. So that's where detoxification comes in. People can't just go off of it and say, I'm eating less nightshades. No, it's no nightshades, even the hidden sources.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Doctor.
You're very welcome.
We'll talk some more about fibromyalgia because it affects millions of people.
Including you.
Including me. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Raina Morgan with iHealthTube.